Hey guys, welcome back to Sports Republic Reviews. We loaded a video on how cricket bats have changed over the decades, and after all the cool comments and the views on that one, we thought let's have a look at how hockey sticks have changed over the decades. Right, so welcome back. We're at Sports Republic Bryanston today for a little change of scenery, and we're going to look at how hockey sticks have changed over the decades. And it's actually quite remarkable to see what sticks they used to play with, where sticks have changed to, and what the modern day stick looks like. So let's have a closer look. Right, so we have a lot of customers coming into store, obviously with their parents, and it's amazing. We've got these relics positioned all around the store, and it's quite interesting to see the parents coming in and seeing how sticks have changed and kind of reminiscing in the days when they used to play with little sticks like this. So what I've got here is a little Mershon and an RK Mahajan, and these are sticks that would have been played with a good couple of decades ago. We'll have a close look at sort of what these sticks were made out of and how how much the technology has changed. So let's get into that. If we look at these two sticks straight away, you can see the heads. The heads have changed. These were called sort of banana head sticks. Well, that's what we call them now. I'm not really sure what they were called back then. This is a Mershon, and what we notice on these sticks today, all the sticks are sort of painted and they've got a really good sort of glossy cover over them. The grips used to come quite far down. I know this is a pretty small one, but the grips used to come quite far down, and they were always toweling grips, and usually two variations of these different toweling grips. The same with this Rudge Dirt, banana shaped head, and if you look nice and closely, we've got quite a big bulge at the back and quite upright. So in the past, playing on grass, a lot of the hitting and striking would be pretty upright. So that's where this big sort of bulge at the back, that's where you try to get the sort of the meat or the sort of weight behind the ball, and that's where the power would be generated. So yeah, obviously pretty difficult, and especially with heads like this, your sort of reverse stick skills, if you consider that this little space over here is what you pulling the ball back with on your sort of backhand, and it speaks to sort of the skills that the guys had back then when they were dribbling. If you do manage to see some footage of these guys, they were really skilled, and with little heads like this, it's actually quite remarkable. Another interesting thing to look at is the bows. So we see a lot of sticks today with bows, and there are a number of different bows that suit different types of games or different types of skill sets. You'll see these things are straight as an arrow, and because they were mostly comprised of wood, we see a lot of the older sticks actually starting to warp, and it's actually got a bit of a reverse bow. They're obviously very thin as well, and because this Rudge Dirt's got a genuine mulberry head, that's back then that would have been considered a different composition, whereas today there are a variety of different compositions used in the sticks: carbon fiber, glass fiber, aramid, xylene. All of these sort of things are now used in the modern day sticks. So this is where it started. This is what the guys used to play with, and let's have a look at something else we've got that's pretty unique in store. We're jumping forward a couple of years to more composite hockey sticks. So composites were brought in to get the sticks a bit stronger, to be able to generate more power, and there's been varying levels and percentage compositions that the manufacturers have used. This is quite a unique stick that we've got at Sports Republic Bryanston. This is the old SS Surridge Turbo, and when this stick came out, it really sort of broke the mold, to use a silly little pun, on how sticks were traditionally made. With the advent of AstroTurfs and drag flicking, curves were created and experimented with to try and create a real slinging action and to drastically increase the speed. So you'll have a look at this SS Turbo, and it says here on the side, this is an oversized shaft bend for drag flicking, and that's before regulations came in and as to sort of what sort of maximum bow height you could have on sticks, which they currently have. Brands were experimenting with a variety of different shapes. So there was this SS Turbo. There was a very popular stick a couple of years back, many years back, was the Malak Sohail, named after Sohail Abbas, who at the time was sort of the best drag flicker in the world with tremendous speed, and his stick also really curved very late, and he created a lot of slinging action, very big slinging action, which created and generated a lot of speed. So this is really, really interesting, and we like to show customers in store sort of how the sticks have transitioned over the years. So pretty interesting relic that we've got in store. Cool. Let's fast forward to the modern day stick. So I've got two pretty interesting sticks, one from Addy, one from Grays, and we're going to have a look at where the bow shapes and head shapes have come from. So let's start with this Addy. So what we've got here is the Hypertex Chroma Skin, and straight away you'll notice a really interesting head shape. So a lot of the brands are trying to change the game and trying to find little advantages all over the show to try and get their products get the maximum benefit for their players. So this is a pretty interesting head shape, pretty sharp here, and what that really does allow is for the ball to sit in here pretty comfortably. So if players are looking to do spinning skills, this will assist them. Drag flick injecting possibly, or short corner injecting possibly, that will assist as well. But it also does increase the surface area for sort of backhand pulls. So just a slight variation on the traditional sort of maxi head shape, and players are able to get a little bit of extra benefit. So Addy were first to bring these slightly different head shapes to market, and we've seen a lot of different brands adapt and try and find other ways to get more benefit out of the head shape. So another thing that I've noticed on this Chroma Skin, there's a really slight little groove in the face, and that'll assist with drag flicking as well, just really keeping the ball in the center of the shaft. So just from a control point of view, that will assist as well. So we've got a little groove here. That's the Chroma Skin. You'll notice on the back, also not rounded, so they've looked at the geometry of the back of the stick to try and maximize the power. So if you think back to the sort of the wooden sticks I showed earlier, it was just kind of a stick with a banana head shape. Nowadays, brands are really looking to try and push the envelope in terms of the geometry, how light they can get it, how stiff they can get it, to try and get the maximum power, control and feel out of them. Next one to look at is also quite a unique stick from Grays. This is their KN10. They've also adapted the back of the stick. I think this is called their dual rod technology, and they've got kinetic core technology within the shaft as well. So this is all again speaking to how stiff the stick is, which then leads to extra power. The real unique thing about this stick is, okay, they've also experimented a little bit with the head. There is a slight groove on the head as well. There's a little bit of extra surface area on your backhand, but we see this really pronounced ridge on the stick. So that gives it's called the extreme backhand strike zone, and you'll notice that it's actually really wide here. So we've seen in the modern day game there's a lot of backhand play. Not only just shooting at goal, obviously passing as well. So this little pronounced backhand edge here will assist there. We've got this little ridge on the front, and it's little subtle changes and enhancements on the modern day sticks that allow players to just sort of take the game to the next level. We've seen a lot more play with balls off the ground, 3D skills, aerial skills. The general speed of the game has increased, and it's largely due to sort of technology, the advancements of AstroTurfs and obviously sticks as well. Right, there you have it. A little look at how sticks have changed over the generations. Modern day sticks really have got a lot of different benefits for players out there. If you are looking for some advice on a new stick, please pop us a message down below or visit sportsrepublic.shop. Thanks to all our cool new subscribers, and thank you for interacting. Please hit the like button here, comment if you have any comments about these sticks, and make sure that you subscribe to never miss any of our reviews.